The wind cut through the night like blades. Snow covered the streets, erasing footsteps and hope. In the middle of the silence, a small puppy trembled alone. His tiny body fought against the extreme cold. No one seemed to notice his fragile presence. But God sees even the smallest abandoned soul, and heaven never ignores an innocent heart. The puppy had been left behind without explanation, no shelter, no warmth, no human affection. His soft cries blended with the sound of the wind. Every breath was an act of resistance and faith. Even without understanding the world, he trusted. All creation feels God's presence, and divine mercy is never late. In Christian faith, suffering is never meaningless. It prepares the ground where miracles are born. Scripture teaches that God cares for all life, from the greatest to the smallest being. That puppy was part of a sacred plan, forgotten by people that night, but never forgotten by heaven. As the temperature dropped, something unseen moved. A gentle presence seemed to surround the place. It was not fear, but a quiet peace, like comfort not born from this world. Many believe Mary walks with the afflicted, the compassionate mother who intercedes for the weak, and that night was about to reveal it. The puppy closed his eyes for a moment. His tired body searched for rest and warmth. In the silence, something shifted around him. A sign slowly began to appear, not like thunder, but like tenderness, for Mary's miracles are filled with love, and hope was just beginning. The snow kept falling, yet something felt different. The cold remained, but it no longer ruled everything. The puppy felt a soft warmth around him, not from blankets or human hands. It was comfort that reached deeper than the body. As if someone whispered, "You are not alone." This is how heaven answers silent faith. Many Christians believe Mary approaches suffering gently. She arrives without noise, only care. Her presence feels like a mother's embrace, especially for the forgotten and the small. On that frozen street, love became real, a love without demands or words, only mercy. The puppy's breathing grew calmer. His weak body sensed quiet relief. Fear slowly began to fade. Faith is often born before words. Even animals recognize divine care. All creation responds to God's love, and mercy filled the night. Scripture calls Mary full of grace. She intercedes for silent suffering. Her mission always points to God's love, the love that heals and restores. That puppy was under heaven's gaze, a small life under maternal care, protected by an unseen promise. Then something caught attention in the snow. A soft light reflected near the ground. It did not blind, only guided, a discreet sign for those willing to see. Mary's signs never force belief. They invite the heart to trust. And the night still held purpose. The gentle light remained steady, calm, peaceful, and constant. The puppy opened his eyes slowly, weak yet drawn to the glow, as if the light whispered, "Keep going." This is how God guides the faithful, step by step. Mary always points toward hope, never toward herself, but toward God. Her signs are simple and loving. They guide without pressure. The puppy took a small step. Each movement carried meaning. Faith also walks this way. The cold was still intense, but despair no longer ruled. Something within had changed. Hope, though fragile, awakened. God works first within the heart before changing the world outside. Transformation had begun. Many believers know miracles start unseen before becoming visible. Mary intercedes in the silence, especially when no one else notices. The puppy felt strength he never knew. It was not survival alone, it was love in action. The light led toward a distant shelter, a forgotten place on a quiet street, perhaps unnoticed by many. But heaven never misguides. When God leads, nothing is random. Every step carried purpose. The path was revealed. The puppy walked slowly through the snow. Each step challenged his strength. The light waited patiently ahead, like a mother encouraging her child. Mary never abandons the journey. She walks silently beside the weak. That walk proved her care. The wind pushed against him. The cold still bit deeply, yet something held him upright, not instinct, but trust. Scripture says God strengthens the weak and lifts those who cannot walk. That puppy testified to truth. The street felt less dark. Snow reflected the soft glow. Peace filled the night unexpectedly, as if heaven was near. Mary brings comfort to the afflicted. Pain turns into calm. The night became sacred. Many faithful in America believe in signs, simple signs that touch the heart. They do not demand explanation. They awaken faith. The puppy knew he was not lost, even without understanding why. His heart rested in trust. A door appeared in the darkness, old and covered in snow, yet the light pointed directly to it. Nothing lies outside God's plan. When Mary intercedes, paths open, even forgotten doors. Change was near. The door looked abandoned. No one passed there often. The puppy approached carefully. His body shook. His heart trusted. God opens impossible doors, especially when all seems closed. A promise waited inside. The light stopped at the entrance, as if the journey had ended. The puppy sat, exhausted. No strength remained. Faith sometimes leads us to wait. Waiting is also sacred. Trust was complete. Mary is called the door of hope. She leads hearts to divine care, never forcing, only guiding. That night, the sign was clear. The puppy lifted his head quietly, offering his life to heaven, a simple prayer. Then a sound broke the silence. Steps approached from inside. The door slowly opened. Warm light spilled outward. The contrast with the cold was clear. This was no coincidence. Heaven answered. The puppy stepped forward. His weak body met warmth. The gentle light faded softly, its mission complete. Mary guides, God acts. The promise was fulfilled. The story continued. Inside, the place was simple and warm. The puppy relaxed immediately. The shaking slowly stopped. God works through humble spaces, where love matters more than comfort. The shelter was a gift from heaven. A person knelt carefully before him, eyes full of compassion, hands gentle and steady. No words were needed. Scripture teaches care for the vulnerable. Serving them serves God. Faith became action. The puppy felt safety for the first time, not just warmth, but peace. His heart learned trust. Mary leads toward human love, love reflecting divine mercy. Faith became visible, right there. Images hung on the walls. One showed Mary in prayer, Her gaze carried peace. Many American homes know this image, a reminder of intercession. The sign gained meaning. Protection surrounded him. The puppy lay on a soft blanket. His tired body finally rested. The cold no longer ruled. Hope filled the space. When God welcomes, He restores. When Mary intercedes, love appears. Change had begun. The puppy slept deeply, protected at last. The silence was no longer lonely. It was safe. God gives rest to the suffering, even when they do not understand. Love works silently. The caregiver watched quietly. Gratitude filled the heart. God uses ordinary people to perform extraordinary love. Mary inspires these encounters. Mercy meets need. Faith lives. The puppy woke feeling different. Pain still existed, but lighter. Hope replaced fear. Faith strengthens before it heals fully. So does grace. Healing began within and spread. Food was placed gently nearby. The puppy hesitated, then ate. Life returned with each movement. Scripture says God provides daily bread. Nothing is too small for Him, not even this puppy. Care revealed itself. Trust replaced fear. From abandonment to belonging. From pain to hope. Mary always leads this path. Darkness to light. Cold to warmth. Faith to life. Morning light filled the shelter. The puppy opened his eyes anew. Darkness had passed. God turns night into morning, wounds into renewal. The day was a blessing. New beginnings. A silent prayer was offered. Gratitude for life. Gratitude for purpose. Faith in America lives in action. Small gestures carry gospel truth. Love your neighbor. The puppy testified. The puppy walked slowly, curious and healing. Strength returned. Suffering did not win. Mary intercedes for life. Hope always finds room. Faith endures. The image of Mary seemed to smile, not in glory, but in care. Signs invite trust. Miracles happen daily. That shelter became sacred. Faith became visible. Love lived. Days passed and change was clear. Confidence replaced fear. Healing progressed. God works in perfect timing. Each step matters. Transformation continued. Grace unfolded. The caregiver felt purpose. This meeting was not random. Mary unites destinies. Love grows quietly. A bond formed. Heaven smiled. Faith connected lives. The puppy waited by the door, not from fear, from hope. Faith creates expectation. God teaches trust again, even to the wounded. A miracle. Daily prayers were offered. Gratitude filled the heart. Serving changes the servant. Scripture proves true. Mary inspires silent love. Lives are changed. Souls grow. The cold no longer ruled. Faith had replaced it. Abandonment became testimony. God restores completely. Mary intercedes faithfully. Life had meaning. More awaited. The puppy now walked confidently. The past no longer defined him. God transforms wounds into testimonies. Small lives matter. Faith speaks. Hope lives. Love remains. Many were moved by the story, not only by a saved puppy, but by faith revealed. God cares for all creation. Mary intercedes tenderly. Love reaches where the world fails. Hope rises. Faith in America lives daily, in compassion and action. This story touched hearts. The gospel is lived. Trust changes destinies. Always, always. Mary's image remained on the wall. Not the center, but the guide. She points to God. The sign was real. Not just light, but outcome. Life transformed. Faith proven. Today, the puppy lives warm and loved. His story reminds us all. No one is forgotten. God sees. Mary intercedes. Hope wins forever.